our salutatorian and bell. I'm not one for a mic. First, congratulations to the senior class. I wish all of you the very best of what life has to offer. We already miss seeing you at Liberty High School. I would like to thank Mr. Studley for the privilege to introduce two of the students who are the best of the best. This is the first time that a faculty member will introduce the class president, salutatorian, and valedictorian. I am very honored to have that privilege. The first student I would like to introduce is Nick Weston. I asked Nick Weston's teachers about Nick, and here's what they had to say. Mrs. Thompson, his advanced placement government teacher, said Nick is awesome. He's an exceptional individual. You move from honors to advanced placement without hesitation. And you should go to Florida State University. Miss McCoy, his advanced placement English teacher, said, when I grow up, I want to be like Nick. He is the guy that anyone would want to move next door to them. Mr. Yerke, his advanced placement psychology teacher, said, when you need someone you can count on, call on Nick. Mr. McCrae, his chorus teacher, said Nick was voted the most valuable performer and most outgoing performer. And Nick, and for all of you, Nick was also singing in the chorus today. Mr. Hyde, his advanced placement physics teacher, said Nick doesn't just do physics, he dominated physics. May that force be with you. Miss Rossi, his guidance counselor, said, Nick is amazing. He is a true role model, and he will be greatly missed. And now from his advanced placement calculus teacher, which I'm very proud to have been. Nick consistently dedicates himself to his academics, his school, and his community. He constantly strives for and achieves high academic excellence in all subject areas. Accepting any academic challenge, Nick maintained a class load of almost all advanced placement classes. Accomplishing high academic achievement, Nick was inducted into the National Honor Society. Continually achieving success at his school, Nick takes an active leadership role in several organizations, including being a Liberty ambassador. He was captain of the Liberty High School football team, and he is the president of this senior class. Nick is a role model in his community, giving his time to help others. He has volunteered hundreds of hours of community service and to several organizations. Nick clearly sets the standards for other students to follow. Nick has been accepted to the University of Florida and is pursuing a degree in aeronautical engineering. I am very honored and proud to introduce to you your salutatorian and senior class president, Mr. Nick Weston.
That's my boy.
Good afternoon. Fellow graduates, teachers, school officials, families, I cannot express the feeling of how honored I am to stand here before you today as Liberty High School's salutatorian and senior class president. To be recognized out of such pretentious, animated, and adoring group is nothing but a blessing from God. Before I begin, I want to thank a few people for being the backbone for what seems to be one of the longest roller coaster rides of our lives. Mr. Yerke and Ms. Thompson, thank you for all you do for us seniors. If I stood here and recognized everything, I would be here all day. Mr. Studley, thank you for running yet another successful year at a place I will call home for the rest of my life. Finally, thank you, parents. You are the only other people in the world, besides us students, that understand the stress and late nights that senior year consists of. These last 4 years hold the greatest moments of my life so far. From playing football to being a Liberty ambassador, taking AP Calc to finding a new interest of mine in chorus, I feel like being in high school, being a Liberty Charger, has molded me into the young man I have strived so hard to become today. I credit each and every one of you who has affected my life in any way for this blessing. The topic I would like to address today, class 2014, is achieving success. As all of us know by now, not only are we celebrating what we have to achieve to this point, we are celebrating in anticipation of doing greater things and becoming our own person in time to come. First, let me say this. When I say everything, I mean every minute detail of our lives makes up who we are. The way you dress, the decisions you make, the people you surround yourself with are what make you, you. Make the right decisions. Surround yourself with people who will only make you better. As young adults, we sometimes struggle making our own decisions. Developing a sense of individuality is crucial to success in life. Finding the right type of people to associate with is what leads you to finding yourself. Once you can identify who you are, there is no limit. At the end of the day, however, we can't be spoon-fed everything. After we walk across this stage, we need to be our own greatest fan. Bring your confidence everywhere you go. Walk into your job interview and give your firmest handshake. When you go out, ladies, put on your highest heels. Men, wear your brightest bow ties. I'm gonna wear my Batman socks. Not because I want to impress anybody, but because I know I look good. I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I want. As you strive to develop your individuality, you will be striving to be successful. One thing to understand about success, it is very intentional and deliberate. There isn't anyone who just found himself overnight and became successful by chance. It doesn't happen that way. A person's individuality grows gradually with life choices and experiences. By making better decisions and putting yourself in the best possible situations is how you will find your success. The question at hand is really, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to skip the biggest party next year because you have to pass that exam the next day? Are you willing to take on a more difficult task in a project at work, even when you think your boss is not going to notice? Are you going to sleep every night and being able to tell yourself, I did my best work today? Class of 2014, I hope so. There is potential thriving within every single one of you. I just ask you, please use it. Everyone here deserves the success they are looking to achieve, but it is not given to us. Effort is required on your part. As I conclude, I want to acknowledge a favorite Bible verse of mine. John chapter 14, verse 27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. I am trusting in my Lord God with all my heart that my success will come.
Yeah!
How can I put forth the trust in
Go, Nick!
How can I put forth the trust in solution? Well, he's blessed me with you, Liberty High School class of 2014. So I already know he does great things. I am honored to say I was a part of such an amazing group of people. Sure, from school I learned my history and my physics, but from all of you, I learned other things just as equally important. Like take pictures everywhere you go. Never write anything down on paper you'll regret. Enjoy the boring moments, like sitting in your room with your favorite people, doing absolutely nothing. Don't take advantage of anyone, especially the ones you care about. And last but not least, live in the now. Yesterday was history, and tomorrow's a mystery. Thank you again. As I said, take pictures everywhere you go. Even though we aren't allowed to have our phones, thank you, Mr. Studley, for letting me
Yeah! There we go. Instagram!
So even though we're not allowed to have our phones, right?
Thank you,
Good.
Mr. Studley, for letting me take this.
Selfie!
I first met Gabrielle Nunez 2 years ago in my pre-calculus honors class. She was a sophomore.